Hello, I'm Doc Owen with Action Figure Times. Today we're going to be looking at a couple of figures from the Dcuc Wave 19 as we approach the end of what was traditionally called the DC Universe Classics line as we transition into All-Stars. Now, the first figure we're going to look at is actually the figure number 1, and I want to thank especially EnchantedToyChest.com and Mattel for helping make these reviews possible. Now, here we are looking at the Sandman, Wesley Dodd, in his original kind of Justice Society getup. To be quite honest with you, I really think this was a waste of a figure. I'd have rather seen him in his tights. His what did he have? Green, purple, and yellow tights, I think is what it was. Right now it escapes me. But to me, honestly, this is one of the figures that tells me that they didn't know that DC Universe Classics was about to end, because I would not have let this be one of my choices. It's a cool looking figure. Could I have done without it? Any day of the week. Down here on the packaging, he's got a little bit of a, it kind of has a symbol there. You know, Sandman originally appeared in Adventure Comics number 440. Or excuse me, number 40 in July 1939. It's not that I know all this stuff off the back of my head, I'm just reading it on the back. Speaking of which, there is a bio here. Now, Wesley Dodds, to me, he was kind of like another Batman knockoff, wealthy guy, you know, traveled the Orient and all of that mess, and became, you know, figured now I can come back and I can become a hero. And I think my gas gun just went for a fly. I'll have to show you that up close because it's gone now. Now, one of the main reasons to buy this is you do get the left leg of Stripe, which I'm extremely excited about. Now, I hope that one of the reasons that I'm okay with this figure is that, I guess I did. Did you see it fly towards you? One of the things that I think that I was excited about is I'm hoping that they can rip this cape off and do maybe an Alfred. I mean, it is a double-breasted suit. Just stick a bow tie on him. Maybe that'll come loose and stuff. But it's kind of a cool mask. You know, one thing I thought was kind of interesting is I don't know if you ever read Sandman by Neil Gaiman, but the fact that Wesley actually ended up getting this gun and a mask that's shaped like this because the Sandman dreamed, and that the actual Sandman, like who puts people to sleep at night. Well, not really. I don't want you to think I actually believe that, but you know, in the comics, you know, Death's brother, he actually had a mask that he ran around and looked like this. This is very, very good detailing. I think that I probably, if I had the amount of money that Wesley Dodd had, I probably could have come up with something cooler, which maybe is the reason they eventually dropped the suit. The number 2 figure in the wave is Pratt, or the original Atom. Kind of see some cool stuff here. One thing that's kind of weird is his symbol is basically a gauntlet that was around the side of his wrist with the buckles. You know, you may or may not know that they think that this figure was actually, or this character, excuse me, was actually based upon Joe Greenstein from Coney Island. He was a Polish strongman. He was called the Mighty Atom, but he was 5'4" and 140 pounds, whereas Pratt was 5'1". I mean, this is kind of like small man syndrome run amok. Anyway, he was trained to box by the same guys that trained Wildcat and the Guardian, and he was a founding member of the Justice Society. He also oh, excuse me, let me show you on the back here. He is going to have the lower torso of Stripe, which we're looking forward to. Got a brief bio here and got some appearances there. You know, his, I think, what is this? His grandson is, I think, is Damage, and his godson is New Clone or Atom Smasher nowadays. Vandal Savage took, I don't remember whether it was where Vandal Savage is the one that, you know, brought out, he didn't, even though, sounds like I'm confused, doesn't it? I think I could be. But originally, the Atom had no powers. Then later he was exposed to Cyclotron and he gained some powers and kind of changed his outfit. That's when he had the kind of the fin thing around his head and stuff. But originally he was just a short guy who learned to box and became very, very good at it. But then when he became the powers, evidently that's what Vandal Savage took and manipulated inside of Damage's body to make him who he was. This is kind of a cool figure. I've left Sandman out so that you can kind of see that evidently Wesley Dodd was a very short man as well, because these guys are standing next to each other, and Al Pratt is only supposed to be 5'1", right? And so where is the scale? Let's see who I got here. I got Green Lantern, right, from the Dcuc. Evidently, Green Lantern was a very small man as well. Here's Catman. I've come to realize that all of the men in the DC universe, including Golden Age Batman, are all 5'1". Who would have thought? Listen, they should have taken a Robin Buck. Let's see, where is he at? Beefed him up. Now see, this would have been the right size. I'd like to see this guy shrunk down to this size, or else what's the point? He's the Atom. That's his whole purpose for being a hero. Is he was a small guy, couldn't win the girl of his dreams, Mary, what was her name? Mary, wasn't Mary Jane, Mary James maybe. And so he went and built himself up. You didn't even give this guy the reason to be a hero, Mattel. Come on. All right, continuing with our JSA theme, but the last figure we're going to look at today in today's broadcast is Stargirl. Yes, Courtney Whitmore, ticked off at her stepfather, took his cosmic converter and became a superhero. Don't you wish that could have happened to all of us? So, she's got, she was there in Nebraska, and remember Pat Dugan, who is actually Stripesy, who she's got a piece of him. I think it's kind of weird that the girl's carrying a piece of her stepfather around with her. Anyway, she is kind of a welcome addition to this. You can have, kind of the JSA old and new. She's got the cosmic rod in there. I think that's the same rod that we saw with Starman, the modern age version, when we got him. On the back, we've got a brief bio. Lets us know that we have the, what are we getting with him? Which, the right arm. We get the right arm of Stripesy. But let's go ahead and get this open. The cosmic converter gave her some super strength, gave her to fly. Shame that she didn't give her some sense, because she can be annoying. Now, I don't remember the cosmic converter belt. I don't remember the cosmic converter belt looking like this. I just don't see Sylvester Pemberton, the Star Spangled Kid, running around with that. Not only that, I think they made this girl a little chunky. I mean, I'm not looking for like model thin girls, but they really make her look like one of these girls who goes to the beach and is overweight, and she's wearing a bikini that really somebody should have worn, because she's got rolls flowing over the top of it. I mean, she's got rolls flowing over the top of her belt. That's just nasty. If you're going to be a superhero and you can inspire millions, you should be in shape. You shouldn't be like me. Now, she's got a smile that I wish she did not have. I wish she'd look more normal. For some reason, they've got these weird teeth. As a girl, I would have thought she would have a better fashion statement than to have black boots with red laces. I mean, this looks like Damian Robin. Damian is Robin with those ugly things. You got all this money and all this time, do something with it. Now, as far as height and scale, she's not too out of scale. Of course, because Adam, of course, as we know, is 5'1", so she's probably 4 foot something. Might be becoming for a girl her age. This one, honestly, the way that these joints, well, we'll talk about it when we look at it close. She does come with a cosmic rod, both a weapon, gives her some abilities to hang around and do some cool stuff with. I really love the paint job. I think this is a great paint job as far as the metallic paint. I think that's a great way to go. The hair looks fine. I'm happy with that. The smile really bothers me. So here we are looking at Mr. Dodd. Nice tight-fitting fedora. You know I love the hats. Kind of a cool mask. You know, you've got to wonder whether Dodd is colorblind or not, the way he designed this outfit. Obviously, he has no flair for style, but, you know, whatever. Nice blue mask. I love the metallic paint on the eyes. Very, very nice. Even see a little bit of the metallic sheen there on his breather. The tie could use a little work. Nice. Now, he is going to be limited in articulation. Might as well talk about this now. He's got nice shoulder joint, moves very well. Head doesn't move all that much. Shoulder does. He's got some elbow. He's got his wrist will turn. Obviously, it feels like there might be some sort of chest joint in there, but I mean, with the suit, you're not going to get it to move around. His legs, kind of like the Joker. I mean, they're pretty stuck. There's floor shimes. Got a nice little hook there for his weapon. There you can get a close-up of the gun. So just hooks in there. So that's kind of neat. The cape is decent. Got some black streaks right down there. I like kind of the shading up at the top. I think that's a decent way to look. Behind, you can see he's got a bit of a... That's a technical term right there. All in all, he's a pretty decent looking figure. Again, I would have preferred either some of his other looks or as sand, but hey, if you want a JSA Golden Age, you're rapidly moving in that direction. So here we are looking at the oversized Mr. Pratt. You know, the lighting in here doesn't do justice to this blue. It's actually a very, very nice blue. I really like it. I mean, I know this is going to sound strange, but I actually think they did a good job on the face, showing that he actually does have lips and a face underneath there. I do think the barrel-chested, I mean, look at those biceps and stuff. I actually think they did a good job on this. The paint is very, very nice. You know, it's a pretty simplistic figure, but hey, at least we got him, even though he is a gargantuan. If you look here on the paint, there is a different flex, and for some reason I don't understand why it is that Mattel's doing some of this lately. But they really need to, I'd like to see it a little bit neater than that. So all in all, he's very nice. The cape's nice. I like how they made the cape where it kind of bunches up at the neck. That's kind of cool. Okay, before we get into Stargirl, you can see there's her staff. Lots of ornamentation on there, nice and clear. So they did a pretty good job on that. Of course, you know, they've done it before, so they ought to be able to. You know, she really looks like something shoved up her rear end. Look at that smile, or she looks like a robot of Stargirl, doesn't she? I mean, with that weird smile, it's like, the Joker talks. Anyway. I like the metallic paint. I think they did a good job on it. Nice tight stars around there. Hair is actually decent. I think they did a good job on it. Here is where, I mean, she looks chunky. I mean, look at how it widens out and she's got flesh drooping over that belt. I mean, don't they have some training regimen there in the JSA? Gloves, small hands. I had trouble putting the staff in her hand. It was really a pain in the butt. So I'm not real happy with the hands. I do think she thinks a little Jenny Craig going on here. She's got a little spandex outfit, you know, her running shorts or whatever. I really like the paint as far as the color. I think they did a good job. And these ugly, ugly, ugly boots. I mean, wearing boots with spandex pants, I mean, what do you expect? But all in all, they actually did a pretty decent job on this figure as far, well, I can't say that. They really didn't. Her face looks like a mannequin, and her body looks like, you know, she needs to visit Weight Watchers. So I can't really say that it's a great figure, but at least we have her, right? Well, this is Doc Owen with Action Figure Times, reminding you to be extraordinary. Make sure you check out EnchantedToyChest.com. Come to the website, aftimes.com. and see what you think about the close-up pictures.